Hello, hello, and welcome to the European Healing Miracle Call. Today is the 27th of May, and I am welcoming you all with much love and sending peace to your heart, peace to your mind, peace to every atom of your being, my friends. Today we have a very special guest with us today. Some of us are still arriving a little bit late, but I'm sure more friends will come, but we have the lovely Padmalaya here with us today, who's going to be doing a healing art therapy session. We have the lovely Esther Francis with us today, who is going to be doing a poem and singing as well for us. We have Jerem, who's going to be joining us a little bit later to introduce a mantra that has a special meaning for him, and he's recorded it and he sent it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that so that it can take us deeper and deeper into our hearts. I wanted to make a quick announcement. So as many of you know, and those of you who are going to be watching the recording, we have the Unstoppable Love Celebration that's happening on the 1st and 2nd of June. And if you haven't signed up for it yet, I lovingly invite you to join, because there's so many wonderful guests that are going to be joining. We have yoga, we have dance, we have art, we have music, we have rap with Blake and Esther, who are going to be collaborating together. So there's just so much exciting things that are happening. And also Sarajit and I and Esther were also going to be doing some art together, and that will be on the 1st of June, and it starts at 12:45 in one of the breakout rooms. Sarajit, if you're here, can you remind me about what breakout room?
Yes, I think it's breakout room 3.
Yes.
At 12:45 Pacific time.
Pacific. Yeah.
Yes.
And
we will need some supplies if you intend to do some, bring your colored pencils or markers or crayons or whatever is at hand. And if you are into painting, then bring your paints and brushes, or yeah, it's just up to you, and paper, of course. Yeah, these are the things we'll be doing, and just have fun.
Yeah, we will be going with the flow. We'll have very similar to what we do on the European call. There'll be a little bit of poetry, and then there'll be some dance and movement, and then we'll be going into the drawing part where there's lots of expression. So it's a very hands-on doing part of the, I think many of the things that are happening during the celebration is going to be very hands-on and doing. So yeah, we look forward to those of you who can join us. Okay, so welcome to Luke. I can see that you're here. Lots of love and peace to you, my soul brother, and welcome to Jerem, who is here. We were just talking about your mantra, and welcome to Robert. Hello. Welcome to Barbara, and of course welcome to dear Jana, who is here as always to support and radiate love. And Patricia is here with us, and I think a few more friends will be popping in. So just to ground, we had a few technical issues to start off with, and normally I like to do an invocation just to set bring in that sort of love into the space before we open the call, but we were literally just on time. So I'm going to invite you to just be part of the invocation, the prayer. So I'm just going to invite you now, friends, to, if it feels good for you, to soften your gaze or close your eyes and lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back and down. And if it feels good for you, place your attention on your root chakra and just connecting with what feels good for you, Mother Earth energy, and just drawing in that Mother Earth energy, that healing, nourishing Mother Earth energy. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths in. So either through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels good for you, and into the belly. So inhaling 1. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhale. Just grounding, becoming present. In the name of Spirit, Source, higher consciousness, whatever you call that higher power, God, Allah, that beautiful spark of light that's within you and all around us. I ask you to bless this call today for the highest good of all those who are present and for all those who watch the recording. May this session take us deeper and deeper and deeper into our hearts. May all that's shared today be for the benefit and highest good of humanity. I ask for our guides to be present. I ask for the Siddha Veda lineage to be present, to help us lead with love, to help us understand with love, to see with love, to hear with love, to radiate love. Anything that is not of the vibration of love, may it bow down, may it surrender and transmute into the vibration of love. Love, 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 and peace. Amen, Amen, and so it is. Okay, friends, we're just going to do a few mamas just to, again, help us to focus, help us to be ready to receive. So I'm going to invite you to do the head squeeze mama. So you want to make sure that the palm of your hand, you can use your left or your right, what feels good for you, is on the forehead. And you want to spread your fingers wide. My apologies. Oh, goodness, I love it. So you want to use the palm of your hand onto the forehead, and you want to use the tip of your fingers to move the scalp. And so we're going to do this big breath just to slow it down. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and focus mama. It's just this point here in between the brow. So when we press, we inhale. When we exhale, we'll just move the finger away just to increase focus and concentration. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we'll just do our temples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to invite you just to go up and down as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And tap 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a few additional steps that we've seen Dr. Naram do in his videos. Helps with sleep. And we'll do 2 more. So I'm going to invite you to do this one here, which is good for reducing anxiety. And if you do this on anyone, it's good to support their head. You don't have to support your own head. I just like it this way. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the last one we'll do today is the heart mama. So this one, as Dr. Giovanni says, it's good for circulation, good for the heart in terms of physical, in terms of emotionally, just admitting somebody, emotionally, it's also good for bringing in harmony. And if you're feeling sort of heaviness, it brings harmony. So bringing harmony to the body, mind, soul, and spirit. So you need your left hand, and you want to grip the thumb with the 4 fingers from your right hand. I'm going to turn my hand around just so you can see. And then you're bringing the thumb and the fingers together. It looks like this from the back. It's from the front. It looks like a heart. And I'm going to keep my hand this way. If you want to, you can place your hands near your heart if it feels good for you. I'm going to keep mine this way. We're going to do 6 sets of 6. So do it together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then breathing in love and exhaling. That was 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in peace and exhaling. That was 2 sets. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in gratitude for all that is. And exhaling. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale and exhale. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale and exhale. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale and exhale. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just breathing in love, 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 and peace, and just visualizing the heart opening up. Inhale and exhale. Okay, friends, I'm just going to invite you now just to go into silence. Just a few minutes of silence. Connecting with your heart. Okay, friends. Gently come out. I love the silence. There's something very sacred about diving into it. Okay, and now we can welcome our dear Padmalaya to lead the next part.
Hello, everyone. I'm looking at the screen, so I have not actually done a presentation on Zoom before. I'm just taking a moment to get used to the screen. So it's not, Miriam, maybe you can answer me. It's not, if I have it set on the speaker view, it's not going to show me in the large screen, right? I'm seeing, oh, maybe if I put it on full screen. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you in the.
What do you want it to see, Pamela?
I just wondered if it was gonna, like, right when I listen to you, Jana, it
Uh-huh.
makes me look big on the screen. But it
Okay.
didn't do that when I was talking, when I look at it.
Yeah, when you're talking, you're not going to be seen.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to see if there was something okay, because I just wanted to think about like how I'm looking at this and how you guys are looking at it. But you guys are probably going to be looking at me on the full screen on your computers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can change it to speaker view so we can see you, or
Okay.
gallery view.
Yeah.
And it's being recorded as speaker view.
Hoping people are going to be able to see well enough. Okay, so, and also I want to clear something up. The mystery of how to pronounce my name, by the way, it's Padmalaya, as if it's an O, like pea pod is how I think of it. So Padmalaya Mariposa. And I am going to do a process that I have been making some videos about, where I use mandalas and a scribble warm up to do like an expressive exercise. And the theme I'm going to do, if you want to kind of start to put a little thought in the back of your head as I'm talking, that I'm going to do for this group, because this is what we do, is gratitude. So I'm going to also show you a couple of examples before I start. I think I can see most of you. Can you raise your hand if you have done any kind of art therapy before, or journaling with art? Okay, so about half of what I can see. Okay, now the thing I like about this, what I present, is that it's really, really easy. It takes no skill, no experience, no artistic ability. And I try to really gear it towards that because, you know, we have enough other things to stress and pressure about in life. And that's not what this is about. This is about self-expression. And before my son was born, I used to work with children of all ages who were kicked out of school. And I actually really got into using mandalas, not directive like this, but just a mandala in general. And I really developed an appreciation for how healing they are. And they're integrating and centering and grounding and so on. So that's become my thing. A lot of you guys might know this, or also in my own personal artwork. I used to have a big painting right here, but I took it down so I could put this paper here. But I'm going to show you a few quick examples before I actually start, and then we'll just dive into the process and you can follow along, or you can just watch and then do it yourself later, or both. So this is an example of a little thing I had done in my Ancient Secrets journal. This was a long time ago, and you can see how this is really just a sketch. It's a doodly sketch, I call it. So I want you to get the idea that there's nothing, you know, sophisticated or complicated about it. Anybody can do this. And if you look at it closely, it's very quote unquote not perfect. This is also my way to overcome perfectionism, to use a marker, use an ink pen, no erasing. You can, but I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. So that's just one example. And you can see, like, I was writing some notes. I think this was like a 30-day miracle experiment. So I didn't even do very complete notes. Maybe I was tired or I just did this. So that just shows you how simple it is. And then a couple other examples from a couple YouTube videos I made, just so you see. Just take the pressure off, okay? See, look, that looks, you know, just quick doodle sketch. This topic is about loss of a pet. I had a cat that died, and I decided to do a whole video about this because I thought a lot of people probably deal with this. And you see, I added some words, and we'll get to that part at the end, and you don't have to think about it, just follow along. And here's another one. Actually, in one of my great breakout rooms one time, there was a woman, and I don't remember who it was. She was talking about being really interested in the alphabet. And I came up with this idea. What did I title it? Oh, honoring yourself. And so this is, you know, P for Padmalaya. And just to see how simple it is. Okay. So, oh, and also if you're ever doing this, this is my little tester sheet. I like to test my markers before I make my videos, really, but before I get going. And I kind of think it's fun to look at, though. I like to just really have fun with it and relax. So the first thing you're gonna do, and I'll make this more visible because actually the first thing I do is make like a border around it. So we're gonna use 2 colors. So pick out any 2 colors that you feel like we're gonna do a scribble. If you have any materials. See all you guys getting your stuff. All right. Go team, go team. Okay, so I have a pink and a purple. I actually usually start with the darker one for myself, but you know, you can do whatever you want. So what I do first is I make a border around, and then I'm gonna go into the inside and just scribble without lifting the marker. That's the important part. And we're just gonna do that for like 15, 20, 30 seconds, okay? So you can kind of watch me or just do it with me. You start in one corner and go around. Once you put it down, don't lift it up. And then just scribble, just any kind of scribble, however you feel. And go kind of fast. It's for warming up. You can go big, you can go small, just go really fast. Da, 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 da. And I like to go corner to corner and then stop. You guys see that? Okay, gets the little creative juices flowing. And now I just do another color. You can really just do one, or you can do more colors. Always, I think, make it however it works for you. You know, you do your own variation. You want to do 5 colors when you're doing this on your own, do 5. You want to do 1, do 1. But I've been doing 2 lately. So now I'll do the same thing. I guess I don't redo the border. I just start in a corner and just go in and scribble and just play around. Wiggle, wiggle. Big, small, medium, anything. And then I like to end at a corner. You can really end wherever you want. So there's our warm up. And I'll take mine off and show you a little closer. You know, when I was in college, I used to hang these on the wall in my dorm room. And they kind of turned out to be like Rorschachs. Like if you just leave them up, sometimes you'll look at it and you'll go, oh, I see a face, or I see a cat or something, you know, in it. But it's not like when you're trying, just when you just leave it on the wall in the background. You can do that. I made these really big ones when I was in college. I was a rebel, if that's really very rebellious. Okay, so now this is going to be our mandala. And again, I usually like to start with my darkest color. So what I did, I kind of thought mine out a little in advance since I'm presenting something to you guys. So I'm not like stopping to think about my decisions while I'm talking to you. So my gratitude is going to be about my son just turned 21 yesterday. And my gratitude is just for that, him turned 21. And like, I feel like we made it.
Awesome. Happy birthday, Carson.
Like we survived, kind of. We made it, we thrived. And he just came home from work too, but he went to his room. I don't know if he can hear me. But really, that's what I'm most grateful for today, and that he's doing well. And, we did it like on our own and through hardships, not completely on our own, but for the last 5 years on our own, and a lot of hardships. And yay, everything's great. So that's my gratitude. Make yours whatever you want to do. And I want you to know too, like, don't think either like, okay, now let's say if I think of that, oh, I have to draw a picture of Carson, and if it doesn't look right, I'm going to feel upset. I'm going to use a symbol. Or I don't know if you noticed on my one with the cat, I have a degree in art, you guys, but this is the cat I drew. I just want you to see that, okay? I can draw a realistic cat, but I don't want to. So I could draw a realistic Carson, but I don't want to. I'm going to make a symbol. So I have my little color palette that I chose. I think I kind of like to hone it in a little bit. So this is going to be, you want to think generally abstract or symbolic or just very simple and easy. So what I do with my darkest color is I go around the edge again, but on this one, I usually do something a little bit more fun. You could make it plain. I like to do a little squiggle, a little wavy line. You can see this, but do whatever you want. You can go zigzags, swirly, straight. I just like how it frames it in. And sometimes you can decorate your border. I have these little motifs I'm kind of attached to. I make these little dots. So if you want to decorate your border a little bit, you can, or just keep it simple. I never used to do this, but the more I do it, the more I like it. I feel it creates what is referred to therapeutically as a holding space, which is like this safe space for containment. And it's like, this is my space for my expression. And we used to talk about this in the therapy room too. It's not really a physical space, it's an emotional space of safety and comfort and love, basically. So that's how I think of the border, as the holding space. We're holding ourselves in there. So now the the tricky part is making the circle. What I recommend, and I see you guys are all like diligently drawing. If you might want to pause and watch this part, or don't worry. But I want to show you that when I do my circle, and this doesn't always really work as well as I want it to, because you can trace something, but I kind of like to just draw it, But what I do first is I go around a few times, and notice that I'm moving with my shoulder when I do this movement. I'm kind of exaggerating it right now to show you guys. Okay. You don't want to get tight, because then you'll do something funky. I feel it's good to just go around a few times. You're making the movement, and then you put your marker down and go around. And it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And I make a little dot for the center. I'm just going to make a tiny dot because I'm going to do something else in my center. You probably couldn't see my dot, but I just eyeball it. If you're a perfectionist, you will be confronted with your perfectionist in this. But try to find like, I don't know, your inner free spirit, your inner child, your inner hippie. Okay, so for me, I thought of something symbolic. I thought of Carson as being like light and, you know, sort of almost like the sun. So for yours, just do whatever you want, but I recommend starting in the center. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it a little darker than I would actually make it just to show you guys, but I'm gonna make this shape that is kind of like the sun in a way, or a star sun. So I like to start, can you see that I started in the center and it radiates out from the center. Like we ourselves are centered and grounded, but our energy radiates out. But it's also contained as well, because we don't want to lose all our energy or be out of control, or, you know, it's there and it's present and it's big and wonderful, but it's in our special space. So just do whatever you want to do for your design, going from the inside to the out. And we'll just take maybe 5 minutes or so for this part. So think just real quick. And then if you want to go back and add more, you can, of course. Oops.
Padmalaya, do you want any music for this or just quiet?
Just quiet. You know, Marian, thank you for asking that question. That's a very good question. And if you guys do this on your own, of course, do what you prefer. But I actually have really gotten into doing this just with the silence and just be present with yourself is the other thing I recommend for this. Be present with yourself with really, obviously we're kind of distracted by each other, but let's pretend we're doing it at home alone. You know, there are still some distractions, but as present as we can with ourselves and with this idea that of what we're grateful for. But yes, when I worked with kids, I used to use what I call floaty music, something super background or one instrument like a guitar or piano. But I think also the idea is to focus our senses. One of my big things, I won't get too into this right now, is that we have sensory overload. We're all in a world of sensory overload. So we're giving ourselves peace and rest from that. You know, even peaceful music is still input. Okay, so just to kind of explain my process to you, I also had this idea to just add this kind of squiggly green energy here because it symbolizes growth that is of all types, physical, mental, emotional, that Carson has experienced over the years, and myself as well. I feel like we've really been on a similar journey. And again, I could make this something more specific, like little circles or little dash lines or something specific, but in the interest, because I want to go fast, I want to make it quick. You can just do something very sketchy. So there's our green growth energy, and I feel like I need something else. Just some more energy. So the colors are going to represent whatever they represent to you. Like what something represents to me might be different for you. Like the color red is a classic example, or this blue to me is representing peace and movement and a kind of a watery flow. And okay, so let's just do about 1 more minute. And I like to also do a little embellishment of the border of my circle also. Again, you guys do anything you want and just kind of giving you suggestion and explaining my own process. So I'm just gonna make this decorative just because it feels good to me. Do what feels good to you. And happy. Maybe I'll squeeze in a little pink. Some dots of pink energy. Okay. Because we love our gratitude in this groove, don't we? Okay, so try to wrap up or at least find a stopping place with that. Of course, you can definitely go back. And here's how mine is coming along. I'll come closer for a moment. Hello. Well, you guys are so diligently working. It's fun, isn't it? So the other thing I feel is really important, and I used to hate this when this was suggested to me, but now I'm really into it, is to title your drawing and then add some words or phrases that tell you something about it. And there's more than one reason. One is because it integrates your left brain, right brain with the drawing and the writing. And it helps us integrate, which is a big thing this is about. And the other thing is that if you happen to go back to this later, you will forget what it was about. Like that one I showed you, I forgot what that was. I didn't write any little words on there, put the date or anything. You think maybe you guys might remember, but I forget for sure. I have artwork, I've looked back on it. I don't know what I was doing. So I'm going to write, let's see, what do I want to title this? I'm going to call this, so you won't see it I'm just going to use a color that you guys will be able to see. I'm going to write my star, my sun, S-O-N, double entendre, haha. My light. My underlined sun. That's a little longer title than I usually make. And then over here, wherever you want, put some other words or phrases to tell yourself something about what you drew. I'm putting on mine, I'm putting 21 years old, gratitude, and what was the other thing I was thinking about? Growth. You know what else is interesting that you can do is just kind of take a pause and quote unquote step back from it for a moment, or if you're at home and you actually can step back for a moment. When I look at mine without any particular thought, I realized that it reminded me also of springtime. So I think I'm going to write that on here. I'm just going to put the word spring. And I'm going to add up here new growth. and joy. So it's like I wasn't thinking about joy when I first did it, but then after I did it and I looked at it, that popped into my mind. So you get input from yourself from both directions, from beforehand and during the process, and then after. And again, it's that holistic concept, integrated. And it's really interesting how things will come to your mind. Or like with the scribble, if you stick it on the side of your refrigerator, I like to I don't have a window above my sink. I have just a wall there. I'm in an apartment. Sometimes I put something right in front of the sink where I wash the dishes, or up in my bedroom or something. And then something will come into my mind, or my thoughts or my feelings when I look at it, when I'm not trying, if I'm just relaxed or just going through my day. So that's something fun you can do too. But again, you don't have to do anything particular with these. And you can also, like I was showing you, make them really small in a small journal. You can do any size, any kind of paper. You could do, the back of a letter or something. They don't need to be formal. So here's how mine came out. I don't know if anybody wants to hold theirs up.
Yes, I'd like to see. Oh.
What you did. Oh. Wow. I'll be, who am I imitating, you guys? Wow.
Let me go ahead and pin them. So let me do Miriam. Let's see. Miriam. Wow. Amazing. And Luke.
What does Marian says? What did you write, Marian? Love, joy, compassion, self. Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice book.
There's Sarah
Wow,
G.
you guys made them very elaborate. So impressive.
We've got some great artists.
Wow.
That's
I think-
Patricia's.
Mhm.
And we've got, that's
What's that
nice.
called? Gratitude.
And then we've got Jerem's.
There you go. See, yeah, you can do
so
it on
cool.
notebook paper. I love this example too.
See, did I miss anybody? Who else would like to show theirs? Okay, great, Sonia. Let me get that. Okay, great, Sonia. Okay, pull it back just a little bit. Sonia, can you pull it towards you just a little bit? There you go.
Fire.
Do you want to put it in front of your face? Close to your face? There you go.
I put words in Portuguese. It's not about gratitude. It's about the love of God in life.
Nice.
And the cells, energy flowing, and sound waves, and groups united.
I like your border. I like your border.
You're a bit crazy.
Oh yeah. Very beautiful. I love it.
Great.
You know what, you guys? I just
Yes.
remembered something else that it's very important that I forgot
Esther.
to tell you. Yeah, okay. When we get to all these, don't let me forget. There's one thing to add. Beautiful.
That's beautiful. I love that.
It was holographic donuts. The name of my band and first song, and the whole is in the middle of the donut, and yeah,
And that's your music.
gratitude for it.
I love it.
And that's a good example of, like, you rotated it the other way. You can make these was it Jerem had the note paper? You could turn it up and down or sideways, any way that you feel. Was there someone else who had?
I did one. I just did a really quick one. I did a triangle in the middle, but it represented a diamond, and just just radiant diamond quality energy. That's all. Just love and movement, and
you got your zigzag border. I like seeing all the little similarities but variations in what everyone did. So the important thing I forgot is let's put the date on our drawings because we will forget. Unless we're Carson, I always say Carson, you know, they say elephants never forget. He never forgets things, but I do. So let's see, what is the date, you guys? 5/27?
Yes.
I should know this since Carson's birthday was yesterday. So that's it. And yeah, do whatever you want to do with these, you know, save them or don't save them. Or I was watching one of my old videos I had suggested, or you can, if you have a fireplace and you want to recycle, you can start your fire in your fireplace with it. But I think they're fun to save or put up or share with someone. So that's it. It's just very simple. And I do have some other examples on my YouTube channel. I'm kind of newer with what I'm doing on there. And I'm also doing a couple other projects as well. So I come around to it. I don't make like a ton of videos, but over time, I'm hoping to do more and more. So if anybody, were you going to post the link, Jana, to my, there's a link.
I can do that
Somewhere.
I can do that.
Or if anybody wants to ask me or however people, because they put it on the flyer, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or
I'll
Mary,
go ahead and press. Yeah.
I don't know how to do all that stuff. So that's it. And I'm so excited that
Thank you, Padmalaya. This was wonderful.
you're welcome.
Yes, Padmalaya, thank you so, so much. Firstly, let's all rub our hands together and send Padmalaya lots of gratitude for being with us today.
Beautiful, Padmalaya.
And to all of you for being here.
Malaya.
And I would
Thank
love
you, Padmalaya. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. It's so
No,
nice to see everyone.
I would really oh, sorry. Jana.
You go right ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say that I really enjoyed the experience of just, you know, like thinking of somebody that I'm grateful for and then thinking of just a symbol, but just letting it flow. And it was for me, it was such a beautiful experience. And I would like to invite others to share before, I know you have to leave, but if you have a few minutes just for others to share what they felt during the process.
I definitely have time for that, but I wasn't sure about your time. So I thought I would leave that up to you, whether we want to go there. But yeah, if anybody else wants to share more about the content or their thoughts or feelings, that would be great. Or questions.
Well, I love what you do. I know there's been times that we've been talking and she's recommended that I do this because I like to do very realistic drawings and I like to be I like to control the environment. And she's like, Jana, I just want you to scribble, just be free. And so, and that's kind of the way that it is. And I didn't really care if it was simplistic or, you know, just getting the energy or the flow out, I thought was great. And is that about right, Padmalaya?
Yes, definitely. And like I said, I am a recovering perfectionist myself. And when I first made the transition away from pencils and erasers and so on, it was really hard for me and just the ways in which perfectionism shows up in my life. But you used the word that I wanted you to be free. We become free when we just play, basically, and just goof around and just let it happen and enjoy. So yes, gotta let it go, let it go. So I think the markers, my favorite are the markers. And actually when I was getting my markers ready, I want to show you guys this. I like these are Crayola, they're these short ones, but these are called, let me see if I can see it, Crayola Super Tips. Crayola Super Tips. They have very strong color if you can see them. And yeah, like you can't make a mistake because in a sense, when you're doing this, there is no such thing as a mistake, is the whole concept. There's just play and fun and an expression. How do you like that one, Jana? There's no mistakes.
Well, I have to laugh because I started one and I didn't like it, so I did another one. Hence the reason why I need art therapy.
But I think also that we can consider that part of the play too. Let's say we do something and then we feel we want to start over. I think we want to not say to ourselves, oh no, but I'm not doing it right. You know, if you start it and you want to start over, that's fine too. Be free with that. So that's really good that that came up.
Yes.
But that's something to play with, is if we start that first one and we think, oh no, I don't know if I like how this is going, try to just keep going and not fix it. Because there is no perfect. You can either say there is no perfect or it's all perfect, however you want to approach that. But that's a very interesting part of the process, to get in that zone of having fun. I think of it as being kind of like a child.
Luke, did you have something you would like to say?
Yes, so in my many years of being an artist, I have also very eclectic styles. I could be very, very tight and exacting, and I used to have this pointillist style, but I tend to love the freeform styles, and that's where my hands generally go. So an exercise like this is very close to my heart because I love to just let my hand flow, because I know whatever comes out is going to be beautiful and coming from my heart, and it's what I enjoy.
I think that's really interesting to hear, and I ran to get a couple of my own pieces of like regular artwork while you were talking. It made me think of that, because when you said about eclectic styles, like, yeah, we can be different at different times and for different purposes, right? We don't have to always be one way and, oh, this is it. So, and I see your artwork on the wall behind you. So here's an example of my actual artwork. I don't know if you can see, it's definitely more detailed, more precise, but not really super precise. I guess it depends on your perspective. But compared to what we did for the journaling, right? So this is like an actual piece of artwork. Maybe, I don't know if you guys can see it well enough. So yeah, we can be eclectic, like you said, and experience variety for sure. That one in behind you looks very detailed.
Actually, it's not mine. It's a 2-page spread from one of Romeo's books. And I usually put it up. It's actually the Cosmos of Compassion. It's a beautiful mandala. The reason I put it up is because I have behind it bulletin boards. I call them my dream builder boards, and I have on there a lot of stuff. It's private, so I put this up to hide it. But it is a beautiful image. It's one of Romeo's beautiful books. It's called this particular mandala is Cosmos of Compassion, and it's based. And in the middle of it is Tara, and Tara comes from the teardrops of Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion. So it is a beautiful image.
Very nice. Nice. Yeah, I thought it seemed Tibetan or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Is there anyone else who feels guided to just to say a few words, anything that came up during the experience? Jerem, would you like to share?
Yeah, just that as you were speaking, Padmalaya, the sense I got was that you were being the mandala art. You're kind of walking, talking mandala with the radiance of the healing energies of that form, of that art form. So thank you.
You're welcome. You know, just to share something else with you guys about me, that a lot of you know, I have a lot of involvement with dance. So to me, art in dance is very linked because it's movement, you know, and I'm showing how to do the circle. And every time you do art, it's movement. And I think of energies too, or, you know, music is energy, but for me, art and dance are movement and that type of expression. So that's where I come from. And maybe what you picked up on something there with the energy of it. That I am, yes, I am. It's part of me, definitely. It's part of all of us to express ourselves creatively. It's just sometimes we let it out more than others. Was there anyone else who wanted? Oh, Esther.
I just loved your presentation and the opportunity that you provided with your palette of experience. And I loved particularly there was a very quietude, you know, coming out of the meditation. And then I loved that you requested that this time we not have any sound. And I always think of that place of silence as being the hole in the holographic donut, that place from which all sound emerges, that silence is the ground of sound.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
So I equate that on, let's say, on a piece of paper with the space that's not filled with, you know, expression and color. And I loved I decided to just go with the two colors. And I love the way my intention very much, because I'm now living with my son, and that journey that's just so recently come to this new part of the spiral. That's what I thought I was going to be expressing in gratitude. This is kind of included in that the song that I also wrote called Hole in the Holographic Donut is a children's song.
Oh, wow.
So there's the Atiti Devo Bawa of how things show up and intertwine in unplanned, you know, not left brain at all, but right brain. Yeah, immersion and expression. And yeah, so it was really wonderful. And thank you for bringing this.
That was a really interesting point. And you know, when you said about the hole in the center and the silence, it made me think of this. I would just want to more show and tell you guys, well, there might not ever be another chance for this. This painting behind me, it's hard to see the detail of it, but it's called Into the White Void. So I guess you could say that it's also into the silence, and it's like where you don't know what's going to happen, but you trust the universe.
Yeah.
Is what this is actually about.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get close to it to show you. There's more detail in, you know, the work up close, but it's really about this silence of. You gave me more insight into my own artwork, and I did this a long time ago. So we can always learn from our creative process. Sometimes later on, there's something else I did. Later on, we have another awareness. So I guess I would encourage you to keep your hands and look back on them.
That one you just showed us, the wavy, curvy one, gives the feeling and experience of motion. And I see all this dimensionality, which really looks like the spinning donut, which is called Taurus, Taurus, not like the astrological sign, but that some of the physicists are saying, Nassim Harriman, that's actually on all levels how we're constructed, how the universe is constructed, how we're constructed, how an orange and apple, if you slice it, you can see that, the spine and then the way it radiates out. So that painting really, really captures that essence.
Well, it reminds me how the psychologist Carl Jung, if you guys are familiar with him, was really into mandalas, and there are a lot of concepts associated with mandalas and archetypes and so on. we could probably have a separate discussion for several hours about the philosophies of the energies and the ideas, right? So if anybody wants to do that ever, let me know. I'd love to actually, if you ever want to talk about that, that would be so fun. Take it, what do you say? Take it off to the side. Yeah, that's something that is really fun about these. Yeah, your awareness kind of expands organically, like what you were, things just come to you.
Okay, friends, so I'd like us to again just send Padmalaya a lot of gratitude and love for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you. And I do need to go. They're going to inspect my building today, so they may come around anytime.
Thank you again for joining us, and we hope you can join us again one day in the future and do some more artwork with us. We would love it. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love you when I'm with you all.
We love you and we're with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
We love you and I'm with you.
Namaste, everyone. Bye-bye.
Namaste. Okay, friends, we're going to transition just a little bit now. So I don't know, I just felt very kind of like guided during this session for us to just have 1 minute where we actually look at our mandalas that we've created and just do almost like a meditation just for 1 minute, just looking at the artwork that we've created, because there's something that's quite profound about when we create art and we connect with that Shakti energy within us. So first, I just want to invite you to just, first of all, take 3 deep breaths before we go into this. Just grounding, focusing on your heart chakra, opening. So inhaling 1 and exhale 2 and 3. Going into the silence. Okay, my friends, I invite you to come back out. I don't know if you noticed anything about just being present with your art. And I don't know, that I do find that there's something about the shape, the circle, which circles seem to be coming up for me a lot at the moment. I've mentioned this to our dear Esther, that I've been circles and spirals, and So as I'm looking at the mandala, it's just this feeling of oneness and connection that was coming through for me. I don't know if anyone wants to share a few words just about when you meditated and looked at the mandala, if there was anything else, that deeper sort of that connection.
I can share a little bit about mine.
Yes.
So it's half moon and the other half is the sun. What I wrote was from darkness to light with a friend, since that is what I was grateful for during the dark time that I had gone through, that I had a very good friend who was with me every day, each day, who could call me and be there for me and to see whether I'm okay, so that is what this one represented for me, this one. So that's what it was. And then the nature, I drew a little bit birds, here around in the sky, this behind. Those are the birds, that is nature that I'm also connected with. So nature and people, that you really have a connection. Those are the things I was grateful for.
Thank you for sharing with us, Sarabjit. And oh gosh, it's just incredible how art communicates this way. It's just like, it just like tells a story of the heart, I feel, through anything, through scribbles, because it has meaning for the person who draws it, and for the person who, even for people who just meditate on art and look at the art, it does something, it opens something up. Everyone has their own unique connection with any art, the scribbles that you draw, the doodles that you draw, or whoever's artwork that you're looking at. It's just incredible. Okay, friends, so I think we're ready to, let me just have a quick look. I'm going to go into gallery view. Okay, I think we are ready to transition. I'm going to ask for, because I'm not sure how long Jerem has with us. So Jerem, I'm going to ask you to share a little bit about the mantra that you recorded for us. This is just going to take us deeper and deeper into our hearts today.
There we go. Yes, so I'm assuming most people have experienced mantras. I don't have a gallery view because I'm on my phone, but if people could just raise their hand if they have had some experience with, yeah. And so anyway, I always think of mantras as healing instruments that were created eons ago by the masters who were hearing the voice of the divine. And the mantras that I have been pulled to most recently are from the Siddha Veda lineage, because these were mantras that I had not heard before. And this particular mantra is one that I heard 2 years ago for the first time, because it was on a YouTube video of Krishna Naram and Dr. Clint just a few days after Dr. Naram had passed. And Krishna said in the video that his father left a special gift for us, and it was this mantra, which is Om Namo Shanti Garaya Kuru Kuru Svaha. And I always felt a pull to doing this mantra, and I integrated it into my combination spiritual practice and my jogging practice. And so as I would jog, I would generally internally chant this mantra, and it was sort of a rapid tempo compared to the recording that I provided Miriam. And that tempo was sort of like Om Namo Shantikaraya Kuru Kuru Swaha. Om Namo Shantikaraya Kuru Kuru Swaha. And that would sort of take me to a different place where jogging had an extra wonderful effect to it. So anyway, from there, I just felt like this is a special mantra. I don't know why, because no one really said anything about the meaning of it until recently. And so I decided to make a recording of it using a little bit of instrumental effect and a little bit of some of the tools you can use on a digital system. And what I'd like to do, and I don't know if you received it yet. I sent you an email with the meaning, the full meaning as described by Krishna, Dr. Naram's son. So I thought that if it's not too late, maybe those could be posted in the chat.
Yes, I can do that right now for you.
Okay, great. And meanwhile, I can read them. So I think that would be probably a little bit more effect in helping people assimilate all the gifts that are in this particular mantra. So the first word in the mantra is Om. These are Sanskrit words. Om, the eternal Om, the all consciousness, as I like to describe it. Namo means bow down. It's also, the deeper meaning is surrender your ego, let go of your judgment, prejudice, so that when the power you believe in, whatever higher power you believe in, gives you a solution, that you are able to see it. So a lot of times we'll miss the special gift in a particular moment because we're not kind of tuned into that frequency. All sound is frequency. So this is helping us to find that centering frequency that allows us to see on the deeper level and to feel on the deeper level and to experience and to create. So the next word is swaha or svaha, and it's used when you intend to attract something, send it out to the universe, this message, so it gets attracted to you. So as we often hear in the musical piece that Gary Malkin created with Dr. Naram called Unstoppable, Dr. Naram describes us attracting, being a magnet for what our heart's desires are. So this is in this mantra, being that magnet. The message you send out, which is Shanti, is peace. All the forces within you and outside of you, so you can be in alignment with that attraction process. So you are free from conflict and anger. So we're refining our frequency to attract in this particular mantra. Karaya, the next word, is similar to requesting someone to facilitate the power of the request, having it happen. You take the action, but you request the universe or the power you believe in to help facilitate the process. Okay. The next word is kuru, and that is similar to a I'm sorry, am I still connected?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, my phone is down to a few percent now, so I hope I don't lose you, but Aditi Devo Bhava, if needs be. Okay, so Kuru, it has to do with creation, birth, and a new beginning. This mantra is intended to create a new energy of peace and open space. Peace and open space to create this attracting what our heart's desires are. Okay. Now, I think it's best if I just allow the rest of this to come through on the chat. And some of the effects, which are quite wonderful. Again, Viditi Devabhava, finding this mantra and not knowing what its purpose was, I was dealing with some blood pressure issues and balancing my blood pressure, but I didn't know that doing the mantra addressed that. And lo and behold, it's helped with my blood pressure, even without knowing about it. So I'm so grateful, so grateful. And I love the mantra, and I hope that you enjoy it. And if my phone goes dead, I love you and I'm with you.
Friends, can we just say I love you and I'm with you to Jerem, just in case he does get disconnected.
Love you and I'm with you, Jerem.
And I'm
I
with
love you and I'm with
I
you.
love you and I'm with you,
Jerem.
Jerem.
Love you and I'm with you
Love you
all.
with you, Jerem.
Truly, I'm so grateful for you. I love, there is something about Jerem when you speak, your energy. I know you might get disconnected, but there is something soothing in your energy when you speak. It goes straight to the heart. And yeah, I love that the mantra came to you at the perfect time. And I truly believe that things in the universe, I believe that there is always a messenger, there is always somebody or something that comes to us, because I believe that we are always held and guided. Hearing stories just
Thank
come.
you so much. Thank you so much. And I also wanted to mention that I'm planning on sending this mantra for the Ancient Secrets Foundation, if people would like to have it. And if you would like to make a donation for the orphans or the homeless, I would love that.
Thank you, Jerem. I can see that Luke has his hand raised.
Yes. Oh, this has been so synchronous, Jerem. That has become my favorite mantra. I've been saying it ever since I heard Dr. Naram's recording. And I especially say it at night as I'm rubbing the ghee into my temples and doing this marma. That mantra, and I feel it vibrating all throughout me.
You're gonna need more grounds in it.
And he said that it was specifically for help you with sleep. So I'm doing this that helps with sleep, and I'm chanting that mantra, and it's just a beautiful experience. So when you brought it up today, I had a big smile on my face. I said, yay, that's my favorite mantra.
Wonderful.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
My pleasure, Luke. Glad it was useful for you.
I just love the synchronicities on this call. It's amazing. Okay, friends, we are going to listen to this mantra together now. And if you want to, you can sing along. You'll be muted, but you can sing along and just really let this mantra take you deeper and deeper into your heart.
The beginning volume is low and it builds up over the next minute or so.
Okay, here we go.
And probably the highest output level on your system, Miriam, is good.
Om Namo Shantigaraya Guru Guru Swaha. 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 Shantigaraya Guru Guru Svaha. Om Namo 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 Shantigaraya Guru Guru Svaha.
Oh, Jerem, I really love it. And I think, yeah, I'm, I'm just going to invite everybody to send you lots of love and gratitude. And if anyone afterwards wants to share as well, they can. Mm.
So beautiful. Just loved it. Such a deep, peace pervading experience. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Jerem. Jerem, what are you doing that you look so young?
Oh, thank you.
You
You,
look
Sonia.
great.
Thank you, Sonia.
Very nice, your mantra, the mantra. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I'm going to invite Patricia, would you like to share a little bit? I know that you love mantras as well, if it feels good for you.
Thank you, Jerem. It was a very beautiful mantra, very, very soothing.
Thank you.
I thank you. It's very timely for me. I tend to get excitable, and my pressure tends to elevate when I am excitable. And I am very grateful because this is an area that I'm supported at the moment. So this is very timely, and I thank you for the way you shared the meaning of what this mantra is. It's my first time to hear it, and I'm so excited that I have learned a new mantra that I will start chanting or continue chanting from this opportunity you shared and give. So thank you. I will share it with friends and family because elevated pressure is something that many of us encounter because of easily excitability. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity.
Makes my heart very happy.
Yes. Thank you. Very soothing and a blessing to me today and those around me for sure.
Namaskar, Patricia. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Oh my gosh, my heart is so full right now just by the synchronicities of all of this and the way that it's all unfolding. It really does just make me so happy. I'm just going to ask if, Barbara, if there's anything in your heart that you would like to share. Oh, you're muted. Hold on. Let me copy that.
I don't know what to say because my heart is trembling all the time, being so happy because I'm not familiar with the mantras. I'm learning about it also on the Mondays with Miriam. I'm learning about it, but also reading what the meaning is of this mantra makes me so happy, And just hearing what it did to you, Jerem, I'm so happy for you because your blood pressure went down. And for sure, I will also try to do it daily. And my question to you is, how many times do we have to pronounce it?
I think pronouncing it is less important than just sort of being in the space.
Feeling it.
Yes, and you can just listen and be saying it or singing it internally. But I would limit it to no more than 10 billion times. I'm just kidding.
Well, just knowing what the meaning is, you want to feel it all the time.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much for bringing it here.
So much my pleasure. Yeah.
And for teaching to me. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. I heard a story that one of the Ayurshakti doctors who was going through physical challenges would say this mantra all day long, day in, day out, all day long, and it really helped him. So I believe the power is there for it. Yeah.
Yeah, my whole body, my heart is trembling.
Wow.
Wow. I feel something.
Well, it's the vibration of the mantra. In other words, you were in it.
Acteur, regisseur en filmseries zoals trailers. Yeah, thank you. I put on my telephone to record it on the telephone.
Great, excellent.
So I can hear it over and over.
Excellent, great. Yeah, and I will make contact with Ancient Secrets Foundation to put it available on there also.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So much.
I can see that lovely Andrea is with us. I wondered if there was anything that is in your heart right now that you want to share. And lovely to see you and connect with you.
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
Yeah, today has been like a tumultuous day. I intended to be here. I took a few days to create the most beautiful birthday present for our Jaina. And yesterday, my guy put it in the UPS box. During the night, the whole UPS box disappeared. And they're not showing it having been received from me. So I have been in just almost in tears the whole morning. And we're trying to find out if somehow FedEx got it. And of course, there's no phone numbers you can talk to, talk to real people. So what I ask everybody to do, this is a birthday present for her. Would everybody please send a bunch of energy that this thing gets found? I'm brokenhearted right now. Just absolutely send some energy to this little package that it has wings to go in the right place.
Yes.
Jaina, do you want to say anything?
I am. First of all, I just have to say you're just adorable. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Yes, my birthday is next week. It's a couple of days after the birthday of the book. And it happens to be the same birthday as Andrea's birthday. She and I share the same birthday. So I can only imagine, I know usually on the Asia Pacific call, she's usually doing some sort of creation while she's listening in. So I can only imagine what it might be. But, I trust a DDD Bobawa. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Anyways.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I know I put this together very special for you, and I took pains to arrange the box in a certain way with colors. Oh, so I'm just hoping that he put it either in the FedEx box, it is from FedEx to UPS now, or otherwise that whoever and the lady, I did get a chance to talk to one person. She said, there's no box there. Well, they took it during the night. The place where the box stood is a big black spot. This is talk about coincidences. This is totally a TT Devo Bawa. So let's just.
Well, I surrender the whole process and situation to the divine and just allow whatever to happen. And the gift is seeing the emotion that you have had as you're expressing the way that you put this together and how special this box was. And so that's the gift to me, Andrea.
I know, but still there were some very special things in it for your soul.
I'd like to share a mantra for the lost being found. My friend, I have a friend who lost his keys in an asparagus field in South Jersey, and he found them with this mantra. And about 2, 3 months ago, I lost my car and house key on a huge beach called Twin Lakes. And I recited this mantra and was inspired to leave my card with people along the beach as I was running along. And sure enough, I got a call. Someone found them and put them on a wall and told me where they were, and I was able to retrieve them. So here's how it goes. And this mantra comes from Bruce Milholland, who is an amazing yogi and playwright on Broadway. And it goes like this. Thank God, or I say thank God essence, or whatever that great spirit is to you.
Goddess.
So thank Goddess, we rejoice and give thanks that the lost is found. Then it goes, I rejoice and give thanks that the lost package going to Jaina is found and is received by her in perfect divine timing. And then the most important part, and this goes with Dr. Naram's teachings, is I rejoice and give thanks that it is so. And with that we feel it, it's done, and we're so happy about it. So we rejoice and give thanks that it is so, and look forward to Jaina's report telling us about another miracle.
Thank you. I will definitely listen to the replay, but I've pretty much got it in my head. Yeah. Oh.
Very simple. Thank God I rejoice and give thanks that the lost is found. Thank God I rejoice, and then this is fill in the blank. In this case, that the package that you sent to Jaina is found and has seeking and finding her now, and is found and is hers. And we rejoice, that's part 2. And part 3, we rejoice and give thanks that is so. And you can use it for a zillion things. I've used it now for 30 years.
I love it. We rejoice, we give thanks, it is so. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, friends, we are going to, this is perfect transitioning time. We are ready for you, Esther, and your poem and your song.
Actually, it's one song. It's one song called Cosmos. And I love, again, the synchronicity. We're talking about circles and how that has come up throughout this call. And Miriam and I have been connecting around that inspiration and concept. And then Luke shares that the beautiful painting behind him is called Cosmos of Compassion. And cosmos, according to Robert Hand, means beauty, the ordered. It's some for universe and cosmos are almost exactly the same, but the cosmos has this implication of not only the natural world, but that sense of the ordered, the perfection, the beauty, and of course our word cosmetics comes from it. So. Just connecting a few dots, but this song came to me in the year 2000, and it was one that I woke up with, and with the lyrics wedded to this sound. But I'm going to say the lyrics just because I think then when I go to play it, you'll be able to go deeper with it, having had already heard the words. Flowers in the garden of the cosmos. Stardust come to life. Circles within circles. Ripples on the pond. We are flowers in a cosmic night. So you can imagine tossing that stone into still waters and seeing the concentric circles spreading out. The chorus, we are the cosmos. We are flowers. We're dancers in the dance of the stars. We are the cosmos. We are its flowers. Our petals made of earth and stars. Bodies bloom for a while until they breathe no more. They blossom for their brief moment. They turn back to earth. We dream another dream, then wake up in another garden. Bridge. Our essence doesn't die. Our essence is unborn. Our essence is formless, yet appears as form. We love to play in time, then we shift the scene. We are the eternal one, awakening in the dream. We are the cosmos. We're flowers. We're dancers in the dance of the stars. We are the cosmos. We are its flowers. Our petals made from earth and stars. Our petals made from earth and stars. So I'll begin to play that, and I just want to, Atiti Devobawa, we weren't supposed to have construction happening here today, but it's happening on the other side of the wall, and it's been intermittent with those sounds, and it reminds me of a saying in Tibetan Buddhism, which is that to consider all sound as mantra. So if there are other sounds that come in that aren't intended, then that's maybe a context we can hold them in. So here goes. Can you hear? Flowers in the garden of the cosmos, stardust come to life, circles within circles, ripples on the pond, we're flowers in a cosmic light. We are the cosmos, we are flowers, we're dancers in the dance of the stars. We are the cosmos, we are its flowers, our petals made of earth and stars. Bodies bloom for a while until they breathe no more. They blossom for their brief moment. They turn back to earth. We dream another dream, then wake up in another garden. Our essence doesn't die, our essence is unborn, our essence is formless, yet appears as form. We love to play in time, then we shift the scene. We are the eternal one, wakening in the dream. We are the cosmos, we are flowers, we're dancers in the dance of the stars. We are the cosmos. animals made from earth and stars. Wow, that was beautiful. We didn't have the drill in the background.
So perfect, Esther. So
And I just have to say, Miriam just requested this last night, and I haven't played it for a long, long, long time. It's dear to my heart. But I give thanks to the grace. So I have grace and gratitude for the ability to, approximate. Ah,
oh, friends,
so much. Mm.
let's send Esther lots of love and gratitude.
Thanks. And right back to you, but I'm receiving it. Mm.
Oh my gosh, the words, Esther, the words. Beautiful reminders about our essence. I mean, like, I think I was going to start crying. Honestly, I can't. And also because of the incredible synchronicities that happen. I just happened to open up New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, and it was about the flowers and the sacredness of flowers and how it takes us into the presence and connect with our essence of who we are. And then your your beautiful, divine music and words as well. It's just sometimes the way things unfold, I know that it's all divine and it's all perfect, but to be the witness of it and seeing it, really seeing it and connected to it, it brings me to tears. And I'm so humbled to be part of this community, because being part of this community, it keeps me in that space. I can only because we're all reminding each other all the time. And yeah, I love you, Esther, very, very much.
I love you, Miriam, and I love this community. And I want to say I love the part of the lyrics here too, that not only that we're made from earth and stars, and that we're flowers, which most flowers are mandalas, but I love that it speaks to flowers in a cosmic night, because I understand the metaphors of dark and light, and where dark is equated with ignorance and unknowing, and light with illumination, and I don't have any problem with that. However, I've noticed that there's been a lot of spillover with prejudice about dark, which in nature is the natural night, and a lot of the black hole, the white hole, to get to the holographic part of it all, that's the divine womb, the black hole, and the white and the light is an emanation from that, and that they're inseparable. There's no duality, they're all one. And at night, the irony with that is that when the sun, here we're fogged over today, but when the sun is brilliantly shining, we only can see the one star. However, during the nighttime, especially if there's very little light in the mountains, we see the myriads, the myriads. So that it's like reclaiming the divinity of the dark, the night, the divine feminine to me, with that sense that we are flowers in a cosmic night, and expanding that identity and the idea of us beyond the very tiny little visual band that we have as humans that we consider light. So I think that song, that Cosmos, wherever it came from, wanted me to say that. So thank you for your patience in allowing me to say it.
Oh, we are so grateful for your words and so beautifully shared. I can see that Patricia had a heart up. I'm just going to, there's two friends that came into my mind to share, and one of them was Sonia, if you'd like to share anything, and then Patricia.
We have an amazing afternoon. I'm very grateful for everybody that show up and see such good things. Thank you very much for all of you.
Oh, beautiful. And Patricia.
Overflowing gratitude for that beautiful gift from Esther, and the beautiful lyrics and the words. It's just feels to overflowing. Just love, love, love. Thank you so much. So beautiful. So beautiful.
Love you.
Jana,
Love you.
Jana, did you want to say something?
I am just always very amazed at how Esther finds the beauty in the very smallest everything. You find, it's like, the word fractal comes to mind,
Yes.
but I'm not even.
Yes, circles within circles. You got it, Jana.
But that's just it, is the way that you have the love for the music, the way that you have the love for the words, the way that you have the love for the miracles or the synchronicities or the the way that they're intertwined, and you see it, you're aware of it. That's a miracle in itself. So
Thank you. And when I am deeply moved, like I am now, hearing your reflection, I always say, oh, I'm having a Jana experience.
I guess my tears are getting famous now, huh?
So again, I just love how we're all divine, facets of the same divine diamond, to give the formless a form. Yeah, and I just, the circles, the amount of synchronicity in this group, and Miriam just, I'm getting an image now of being on a merry-go-round in the old days, and you get the gold ring, you were to go for the gold ring. It's like Miriam, I just feel like you are inspired always to reach up and get the gold ring that's just the just the ticket, just the prize for what's coming the next time. It's just amazing. So acknowledging you all, and wow, feel filled for the week.
Okay, friends. Is there anyone else who feels guided to say anything before we end our call? Because it's almost 9 p.m. in the UK, 10 p.m. in Germany. Anyone wants to share anything? Okay, friends. So I invite you to unmute and say, I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you.
I
I
love
love
you.
you
I
and
love
I'm
you and I'm with
I love you
you.
and I'm
I
with
love you
you.
and I'm
I'm
with
with
you.
I'm with
I love
you.
you and I'm with
Love
you.
you.
See you
Thanks.
next
Love you
week.
and I'm with you and
Love you and I'm
I'm
with
with you.
So